What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, we're going to take a look at a Travis Scott Jumpman Jack and Chase B collaboration. And taking a look at the box, it is a very large and high quality box, which also features a glow in the dark feature to the box. And as you can see, you do have the Travis Scott sicko mode smiley face, along with the Cactus Jack and Jumpman logo branded. And taking a look at the sizing tag, it reads CJ1 T-Rex. Colorway is Black Knight, Silver, Anthracite. And we did pick this up in a 12.5. Taking a look underneath the lid of the box, you do have your black Cactus Jack paper. And the shoes do come individually wrapped, also in that white Cactus Jack paper. And here you have it, guys, the Chase B Jumpman Jack collaboration. Give you a quick 360 of the shoe, and we'll jump into some of the details of it. Starting with the lateral side of the shoe. Just look at the medial side of the shoe, rear shot of the shoe. Here's the overhead shot of the shoe, moving up into the tongue. And last but not least, here's a look at the outsole. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and jump into this Chase B Jumpman Jack. Tons of videos out there for it, so we're just gonna go over the materials used on this shoe and the overall execution of it, and give you my honest opinion of the shoe, and also to give you my opinion if it's still actually worth picking this shoe up in the secondary market at its current value. But this shoe is constructed of suedes and also mesh materials, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into it, starting from top to bottom. You do have your standard neoprene sock liner. And moving into the upper ankle collar section of the shoe, it is that mesh material, which also runs down into the side panel of the shoe, as well as the toe box area. And the materials used on the upper heel counter, as well as the ankle strap and the reverse Nike swoosh, is constructed of like a medium hair suede, and that also runs throughout the eyelet section of the shoe. And moving down into your forefoot strap, it's probably one of my favorite points on the shoe. It does come in this ostrich design leather, which also has a reflective piping along the strap and also along the forefoot mud guard section. See if I can get it to reflect for you. I am trying to shine a flashlight on it to see if we can get that reflective material to glow. I don't think it's coming through on camera, but since we do have the flashlight off on it, as you can see, the outsole does glow in the dark. And by me flashing the flashlight on it, it is charging it up. So let's get a quick look at that charge. As you can see, I'm moving the studio lights. It does give off that slight glow to it, but I will throw some glow in the dark B-roll pictures in the footage. But yeah, again, when I first originally saw this shoe, this ostrich design in the leather, it really caught my attention. And like I said, one of the key points and main reasons that I did like this shoe, along with the glow in the dark outsole, very dope. And the glow on this shoe is amazing once you get it charged up, very high glow. But again, as I stated, it does have that 3M piping along the forefoot strap and the mud guard section as well. Moving into the toe box, you do have that mesh material. Probably comes through very breathable. I like that type of material, especially in my trainer shoes. And moving into the very front toe box section of the shoe, you have a very short haired flat suede as opposed to the medium haired suede that's on the rear of the shoe. And the medium hair suede, it is a nice quality feel to it. Very soft to the touch. Has slight suede motion to it. Nothing too major, but very nice to the touch. And taking a look at the rear of the shoe, you do have that sicko smiley face along with your mesh heel counter. Jumping into the medial side of the shoe, you do have your standard Nike swoosh as opposed to the reverse Nike swoosh that's on the lateral side of the shoe. And you do get more of that ostrich leather design on the medial side of the forefoot strap. And I will say the leather used in this section, it is, I won't say the softest and I won't say the stiffest. I think it's right in between. But I do think it's a decent quality leather. And I'm very curious to see how that wears over time and breaks in. Because if you're pretty familiar with ostrich leather, it is some of the softest leather that's made. Normally see those on like high-end cowboy boots and stuff like that, handbags. But normally it's a very soft leather texture to it. And before we take a look at my other shoe, here's a quick look at the tongue. It is half mesh, and it switches over to like a medium hair black suede at the top of the tongue. You also have that Jumpman and Cactus Jack logo in a pink colorway. All right, guys, so here's a look at my right shoe. I think the pair that I got, I think it was executed pretty good. I don't see any glue stains that stand out or any imperfections in the craftsmanship of the shoe. Especially take this heel counter section of the shoe where you have this very light suede. Glue stains can be very prominent against lighter colors. And I think they got it tucked away pretty good. No glue stains at all in that section. It's just a very nice overall shape in my opinion. But this shoe does come with extra laces. And you do have the pink pair of laces. And you also have these black and speckled laces. I want to say that that white section on it is actually 3M reflective to go along with the 3M piping that's on the 4-foot strap. So I do think that is like a 3M reflective lace. And you also have like a cream pair of laces. And the shoes do come pre-laced in that very light gray colorway that matches with the suede uppers. And I've seen a lot of pictures of these shoes with each one of these laces in. And I think the favorite pair that I've seen so far laced in it is the pink. And also the black 3M reflective ones. They look good as well. So let me know in the comment section, which lace option would you use? Would you stay with the standard laces that come pre-laced in it? Or would you switch it out for either one of the black, pink, or the cream laces? I think I'm probably going to go with maybe the pink in one and also cream in another. Or I might just do both pink or both black and 3M. But the shoes do come with these insoles. It's like a very light Volt green, and it has that Chase B in the pink on the right shoe. And on the left shoe, it has Jack with the Jumpman and Cactus Jack logo in the inside. So the insoles do match the outsoles. You have the Jack insole in this shoe and the Jack outsole, and also the Chase B. But yeah, guys, that is the Jumpman Jack Chase B's. Let me know how you feel about this shoe. Did you pass? Did you cop the shoe on release date a couple weeks ago? I did actually go for it. Wasn't a lucky winner, so I had to go to StockX and purchase this pair for a couple dollars over retail. Wasn't much, and I think it was well worth the price of the shoe if you are a fan of it. And as I stated, I really like the design of the shoe. That ostrich print leather and the outsoles was the things that caught my attention on the shoe that really made me like it. I like the overall color scheme of it. I think the black with the 3M, the black mesh looks very good. Even looks good with the pink Jumpman on the tongue, actually. But yeah, guys, that's what I had for you today. Just wanted to come through and look at the overall quality and execution of these Chase B Jumpman Jacks and give you my overall opinion of the shoe. Again, I think it was executed well. And for the price of it and the price I had to pay in the secondary market, again, a few dollars over retail, I think it was actually worth the shoe if you do like this design of shoe. And at the current moment, I actually think the price has gone down maybe $20 to $30 less than what I paid for it. And again, this is a 12.5, so it's in the bigger sizes, which for some reason go for more than the lower sizes at this current state in the marketplace. So depending on your size, it might be a lot cheaper and very close to the retail at that point. So I think it probably will hold at that price point for now. It might not go down too much further, and it actually might try to creep back up. But I would say if you're on the fence on it, and it's just a couple dollars over retail, you know, it might be a good time to go ahead and jump on that, or you can wait. I would say just continue to do your research on it and make the best decision for you. But yeah, guys, hopefully the video hasn't ran over too far. Tons of videos I'm working on, so I gotta get to that now. Stay tuned to the channel. Feel free to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and see what I got coming up next. Ton of shoes that I need to get started on and drop some reviews for those shoes. So stay tuned to the channel. Till the next time, peace.